Hey, good evening. How you doing, guys? I'm not Casey here, and tonight we went through kind of my thoughts and impressions on the reveal for the season of Dawn that Bungie did today on what's the date? 12/4. And so it's a little late, but a little late in the day. But I wanted to go through it, write out some of my thoughts, and just kind of do a quick summary and really just kind of maybe do some speculation. It was a really odd reveal that Bungie had done, unusual to how they have done their ViDocs in the past. So let's just jump in. I got my first point. Cut short awkwardly. So in the video, they at the very end, when they were like, "Hey, we're done," surprise. The intention of having community lead discovery narrative, but they didn't build it up to it very well. So the first point is that they didn't lead community to follow in their vision on how they wanted to deliver their reveal to the community. They started it out. They sent out tweets weeks before mentioning, "Hey, we're going to be doing a ViDoc. We're going to be giving you guys a bunch of information. It's going to be this huge reveal. Be ready. We have 12 devs. We're going to come out. We're going to rock your socks off with the new season." They built this thing up. It wasn't like 2 tokens in a blue bad, but it was also like it was almost like they pulled the carpet out from under us. They're like, "Hey, we're gonna walk you into this palace, but yoink." And so it felt really weird the way that it was built and presented, and then the way that they delivered it. So typically these ViDocs are chock full of information for us to scrutinize over and digest. They showed some things, they showed the new activity we're going to be doing. There was some videos, there was some new mods for the season, but outside that, they didn't talk about PvP or really anything else. So it was kind of weird. Not really sure what their thought process was for how they wanted to deliver this, beyond the point of their vision for how they wanted to. They didn't carry the community well. In how they presented and how they delivered this and how they wanted us to show it, or show it to us. They built a lot of hype around feeding the community first impressions of what to expect. Without saying, and this reveal could have been a promotional video. So, kind of back to one of my first points here is that they could have handled this better, where they said, "Hey, we're going to do a live ViDoc that's going to be more of a promotional rather than an informational." If you remember back to when Menagerie released, they did a promotional video for Menagerie. It showed the activity. It showed new weapons and armor. It showed a bunch of new stuff. Didn't give us any real information other than things to look at. So that's kind of what this ViDoc was. It was just a bunch of things to look at with a little bit of information, but not really speaking to all the things that they showed, like this season 9 calendar. There's so much in here, and they didn't really talk about any of it. It was so strange. So let's move on to what we know. New activity plus roadmap covering December, January, and February, and we also know about the level increase for the new season. So we know about the new match-made activity. It'll be similar to the Menagerie. It's unfailable, it has mechanics, and it's going to be coming with scalable difficulties. This is something that we haven't had in a match-made activity with scalable difficulties. I'm assuming. I mean, we did have. I guess it'll be similar to the Nightmare Hunts, but as for 6v6 or 6-man. Sorry, excuse me. As for a 6-man activity, it'll be really interesting to see kind of how this difficulty scales and what goes on, and maybe if they add and what mechanics they add if they scale up the difficulty. Maybe there's more mechanics. Maybe it'll be a miniature raid. I don't know. It'll be pretty cool to see. I want to know more about what's going on there. The roadmap is chock full of dates for content drops. Almost each week has something new for the community to engage with. So the other thing is, it's not like the season calendar is empty. It's not like there's nothing in there. There's a lot of things in this season calendar. There's 2 events. There's new modes. There's new difficulties, Iron Banner quests, new bosses, story progression. There's going to be a lot of things that they're going to be doing in this that's on the roadmap, and I think there's more things in here that they haven't mentioned to us that they're going to be giving us in the calendar. Really, so I'm really eager to see how this season plays out, because there's already a lot of things here, and I think Bungie's probably going to add some more things. Excuse me. Destiny 2, okay, and so the level cap increase has been on a lot of people's minds, and Destiny 2 community managers today confirmed that there will be a level cap increase with the new season. There's going to be more information than the TWAB, and I'm wondering if the TWAB's going to try and actually backpack on this reveal and give us a lot of bullet point information that we maybe can't misread. I'm wondering that that's why they wanted to make a shorter video here. Bungie just didn't want to misread what they were doing. So let's go to my third point, speculations. So trials, PvP, how's the content going to feel out? Like, is it going to be good or not? Weapons, and then trials of Saint 14. So a lot of PvP oriented questions here, I guess, just because people are wanting trials. Everyone wants to have trials back. They want pinnacle PvP activities, and they don't have them. The one thing that I do note is really interesting. So nothing, or I guess let's go to my point. Nothing is said other than the new map Rusted Lands and OG Trials. Players are hungry for more. There is a new, and I'm surprised they didn't talk about this, is that there's a new PvP mode elimination, coming this season. But they didn't talk about it at all. Super strange, because it's a huge talking point. So I'm assuming what they're going to do is they're going to leave this for the TWAB to do in-depth discussion and in-depth discussion with the community. This is where they're going to start the communities in the TWAB and in other writings, probably. And then I guess the last thing for this is, it's just pure speculation, but there was in the promotional video for the season where they were like saying, hey, we're bringing back Saint 14. Saint 14 does a soundbite where he says, you fight like a caged animal, and it almost sounds like it would be very fitting in a PvP environment. So I guess the last bullet point that I have is Saint 14 going to be the new Trials guy? We don't know. He could be. Bungie could be having that in their back pocket, and that's what's coming in January, in the 2-week gap that we have in January. So a lot of things up in the air. Who knows? Guys, thank you so much for coming and watching the video for my summary. I'll be posting this as a blog here pretty soon, I think in the next week. So I hope you guys take time to go and read that. But thank you so much for watching. If you can, please hit the subscribe button, but also come to my channel at mixer.com/I'mNotKC and give that a follow. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 p.m. PST, and I hope you guys can come and hang out. Catch you later, guys.